stained glass that looks like the Madonna and Child we're all familiar with, but it's really Saint Anne with Mary on her lap. The entire sacred space is a womb. And there's something about the divine feminine that makes sense to us as a place to pilgrimage through. So this is going to honor it in the land here. And right in the heart is where we want to place the chapel. We're setting up a sacred geometric grid work around the land of buried crystals that will help us to bring this intention into reality. So if you're walking along from the train station, that's the first time you see the chapel there. Welcome to Cosm. So I'm working on this idea of the angel gates, and you can see the shape that's between the angels there, that have their foreheads together. It's the chapel shape, and up above there's like this solar energy of oneness that they share, and they're praying for the disk of the earth is behind them. So you've got the eagle and the condor on the wings. You can sort of see a little symbolism there. And then there's a kind of paintbrush that's also like a bit of a feather going up, and there's a little bit of a paint drip coming down from the top, if you can see that. The sacred geometric grid work below is reminiscent of Allison's artwork. And this is the kind of welcome we'd like to bring people into. We're raising money for that kind of thing. This isn't the actual one, this Photoshop version. But when we go to Bali, as Allison was mentioning, we were working with artisans over there to realize this, so we'll see it in process being made. So you come up the drive, there's lots of trees. I guess you have trees here in St. Petersburg. But we were in this city for 5 years. This is showing you a little bit of what's going on there over the last year. Well, this was going to be the office, but it was so filled with mold and rot. So you can see what's going on there. So we thought it was going to be a real cheap renovation, but it turned out to be not. And so then we, great insulation, because we're up north, fools that we are, and have made a nice new office for folks at Cosm, like Zoe there, who's helping to keep things going. And all through the grounds, there's beautiful trees, and they have this Victorian mansion. And right in front of this, we have old brochures from the UCC that said, here's where God spoke to us. And it was right on the front lawn there. But inside, it had seen better days. So the artists, the kind of volunteer creative corps came and ripped things down and jacked up the house, and put in the steel and braced up things and made things spiffy. Our friend Sharon, who worked with me on the angels in the chapel here, took to doing this old house kind of molding repairs. And so all the artists are working together, busy, trying to pull things down, renovate them, and bring them back to a place where then we can hold ceremony there, and people will feel like it's been purified. We're adding little things here and there, so they'll know it's Cosm. But now we're doing conversations with wisdom masters and the full moon ceremonies, and having performances there. We're having our workshops, the Magi, Cosm Magi, the Mystic Artists Guild International, the Magi, who will bring gifts to the bright new vision of the possible being that we all are, the rebirth of the one in all of us. So that was our first class about a month ago. More land. Oh, the septic system. Oh yeah. Right. There's Allison and Eli, outstanding in their field. We had no idea what we were stepping into, you know. I think we were called by the land actually, though, you know, because it definitely wanted this chapel. But all this creative energy went into making trails and all kinds of stuff all over this land. That was the bell that brought people to service. And they built these steps, but they weren't able to make much of the chapel yet. There's Allison walking folks around. And then they had this stone pulpit. Now, they built this back in 1959, and at that time it was pre-civil rights. And you had the black and white ministers together on the pulpit, and this was a progressive move for the UCC. They brought the young people together too to reconcile any differences and learn to love each other for the Christ within. Now, when we said we wanted to build a solar temple up at the top of the land looking toward the east, somebody looked up in the sky on Earth Day as we were taking this tour, and they said, "What is that? Look at that," you know? And it was like a rainbow in the middle of a blue sky, and it was an inverted rainbow at that, a sunny smile, I think. Lots of okay. Here's the Cosm studio. We were just going to do a minor renovation there, and we went off to Egypt with our friend Jonathan Singer and came back, and this is what we found. Elmore Studio. This has been our last year there. New surprises every time. So they built a nice foundation, and here we are today. It's coming back, and it's going to be the place where we'll be making sculptures for the land. This is going to be the future exhibition of the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, and it's got a big space for the sacred mirrors in there. This is friends who are making labyrinths. We created this space out in the land there. There's frogs. So we're just so excited about this new opportunity to share art and love with others. We met a young artist named Kate Broadbush out at Burning Man. And actually she came to the chapel the last day. The chapel was open in New York City. And we started talking, and since we had seen this beautiful piece out of 2008 at Burning Man, it was like a wedding chapel. We had just acquired this land. I asked her where it was, and she said it was in storage in Reno, and I said, "Why not here?" And so we got together as a community and tried to create a prayerful, sacred space. We got donations of a concrete platform. The artist was donating the piece as well, and it went up, and the artist there's hanging up the eagle wings up at the top. This is lots of indigenous kind of art, mixing the eagle and the people, creating eagle people, and reclaim this symbol of higher vision for the American society and for all of us. So this is a wonderful sacred space. There's Kate. So at this art sanctuary at Cosm, we want to welcome many